Hello and welcome back to the Isle of Wight College Open Day, and we're live on Facebook and your plans for the autumn and your next steps in your career. So we've got lots of options here at the college, and for the next 10 minutes we're going to be talking to Anthony Brammer. Anthony is the Curriculum Manager for Health and Social Care here at the college, so he'll be giving us a bit of background about what the course offer is and what that can lead to in terms of careers. So Anthony, welcome. Thanks for joining us. So health and social care has been in the news a lot recently with everything happening, unfortunately, in the country. So could you start by just telling us about what's the course offer here in terms of what kinds of courses do we offer?
Okay, so we've got about three different types of course here at the college to do with health and social care. We've got full-time study programmes, which I'll talk about in a bit, and then we've got work-based learning courses, so your apprenticeships in health and social care, and we've got some courses for adult learners as well, so distance learning or access to higher education. So the full-time study programmes, more for people who are likely to have just left school, 16 to 19-year-olds. We've got three different levels within that. We've got a level 1, and a level 2 and a level 3. You can start at any level. You don't have to sort of like do level 1 and then level 2 and then level 3. And it really depends on your grades, GCSE, and whether or not you're really clear on your career goals as to which level you start your course with. So, for example, a level 3 student ideally would be somebody who's got 5 GCSEs at grade 4 or above, including the maths and their English, and they've got a set idea as to the kind of career that they want to go into, whether it's nursing, social work, teaching, other allied healthcare professions such as paramedics or physiotherapists. We've had a couple of people that are going off to university in September to do podiatry, which is quite novel. That's all about your feet. It's not my cup of tea.
It's great. So there is some real flexibility there in terms of, depending on where you are in terms of your qualifications, there are options in terms of being able to work your way up, or if you're already partway there, you can start at a certain level and then move on to the next level. So in terms of sort of full-time students, is there the opportunity for them to do work experience as part of their studies?
Yes, I think that's quite an essential thing, especially for level 2 students who are not quite sure about what they want to do and just want to dip your toe in the water and see what it's like. It's all very well as teaching health and social care in a classroom, but you really get to know what it's like, what the genuine article is, if you go into a work setting. So we have work experience placements in day services for older people, in care homes for older people, working with people with learning disabilities, and our second year level 3 students work closely with the hospital, with the St Mary's Hospital in Newport, and become volunteers at the hospital, doing 4 to 6 hours a week, which is a really, really great experience, a really good step in the door to working for the NHS.
Yeah, that's great. And in terms of once students have finished level 3, do you have many students going on to higher level courses at university, for example?
Yes, quite a lot. So it changes from year to year as to how many people actually go off to university, but we've got about 50% of our level 3 year 2 students going off to university this coming September. Which is quite a high number. And some people kind of go off and do a year out and do a bit more experience and then go back and do university at a later date. But yes, the level 3 has got UCAS points, which gets you a place into university.
That's great. And for those students who perhaps don't want to go on to university, what are their options in terms of on the island once they finish their studies here at the college?
Well, of course, the Isle of Wight is quite highly populated with people who have come down here to retire. And there's quite a lot of care homes for older people on the island. There's quite a large percentage of services for adults with learning disabilities as well on the island. So there are quite a number of opportunities for people who want to work in the health or social care settings, such as care homes, day services and personal assistance.
So some really good opportunities in terms of being able
very good opportunities,
get into employment and have a good career. And thinking about here on the island, you know, what you talked about distance learning and the fact that we offer some courses there. What can you talk to us a bit about what that involves and what kind of courses we offer?
I can talk to you about some of the types of distance learning that I know that we offer. We've got short courses which people can apply for and join at any time in the year. So these are more primarily for adult learners, so people who are 19 or over, who want to develop in their portfolio of qualifications, increase their knowledge of health and social care. So courses such as working with medication, safeguarding and dignity, and prevent. There are other online courses that you can do on a distance learning model. So it's all done in your own time. Obviously, sort of like not overly too long, and you'll get an allocated assessor who will mark your work and give you feedback and help you to develop.
So a good way of topping up your skills once you're out in the industry. And going back to sort of full-time students, what would be a typical sort of week for a student in terms of their studies? What kind of things will they do while they're at college?
Okay, so there's a mixture of coming into college, traditional classroom studying, listening to somebody like me waffle on about some sort of topic, and then people come off and do some more independent research. So they might come to here. We're in the library at the moment. This is one of the places where we'd expect our students to come and find some further research, look into books, looking on the internet, looking on various websites, so that they can develop their own knowledge that accompanies and complements whatever they've learnt in the classroom. And the other part of the week will be work experience, where they go out and find out what it's really like to work in a setting.
Yeah, so a really good balance in terms of learning, developing your skills and also getting some, the theory as well. So it's a good balance. And obviously over the last few months we've seen a lot of, very challenging and difficult stories coming out of health and social care settings, but we've also seen some really inspirational and sort of amazing things that people have been doing, and people have been very grateful for what a lot of them and our key workers have been doing. What would you say, taking that aside, what would you say is that, to somebody who's thinking about health and social care as a possible career going forward, in terms of what would be the rewards they would get from that in terms of the vocation?
I think that the biggest reward in health or social care is for somebody to turn around to you and say, thank you, if it wasn't for you, then I wouldn't be where I am now. And that can be from helping somebody to go to the shop just to do a bit of shopping for them, to doing some serious sort of medical work and operations and surgery, or just helping somebody out on a ward. It's just that gratitude that you get from from helping other people. That's the biggest reward from our career.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you, Anthony. That's been really interesting, and that's given us a really good insight into what's on offer at the college. As we said at the beginning, if you're interested in health and social care as a possible career option and for studying in September, the college will be offering all of its courses in September here at the college, and taking into account social distancing measures. So if you're interested in finding out more, you can contact Anthony and the team. Our contact details are on the website, Google Isle of Wight College, or look us up on Facebook. And you can find out how to contact us, and we can arrange a one-to-one telephone conversation with Anthony and one of his team, and they'll be able to take you through the options and talk a bit more in detail about the course options and how you can apply. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll be back shortly.